Okay, folks, welcome to Fiorentina. Welcome to Italy. Here we are. Got a brand new team. It's the start of a brand new season. And here we are, Fiorentina bots. It took pretty much a year off. It's now September 1st, 2028. Last game I played was... I've played games, friendlies, and I've had a 1-0 victory over Hellas Verona in the league, which is fantastic. But from the time we resigned as Southampton boss, I took the time off. I looked for other jobs. I was thinking perhaps we could go to the MLS. There are a few jobs at the MLS. Had a wee squiz and tried to work out what the MLS was like with the rules and everything. It seemed a bit too complicated. So maybe something I practice a little bit, get used to it off camera. Maybe we could do that at some other point, just so that it's not so confusing and that I actually know what I'm doing and it's actually entertaining. Did actually apply for the job of Lazio boss as well. And unfortunately, they didn't say they were keen, but I think it was because they asked me, they're like, oh, do you want to start now or do you want to start at the end of the season? I was like, well, might as well start at the end of the season, because what's going to happen is going to happen. It was after January, so they couldn't bring any more signings. Didn't really see too much of a point in starting now. So I was like, I'll just wait until the end of the season. And they're like, nah, too bad, we'll find someone else. So whatever. Same thing, Fiorentina. They're like, do you want to start now or at the end of the season? I said the end of the season, and they're like, okay, all good. I was like, cool. Starting at the end of the season. So here we are. Transfer window is closed. And yeah, I think we've done a decent bit of business. If we go to... No, that's the wrong one. If we go to transfer history, we have spent 183 million, but we did get out 196 million. So not too bad. Now, a lot of these players you probably will know. You've probably seen a couple of familiar names or whatnot, but we'll get into it anyway. Why is that not? There we go. That's better. Alaikon was our most expensive departure. He's off to West Ham United. Played 102 games for us here. Brought him in. Well, I didn't bring him in, obviously. But yeah, he came in few seasons ago for 27 mil, did all right, nothing too bad. 100 and something games, 20 goals is pretty decent for a winger. Spaniard, came from Barcelona, not too shabby. 30 mil, 37 mil, not too bad. Probably this was, I think, a deadline day sale actually. Cesar Casadi, probably a decent enough player. Go away. I didn't ask Siri to come out to play. He was a decent midfielder. We probably could have used him a bit more, but yeah, he came from... Where did we get him from? Lazio. He came from Lazio on a free. He's gone to Napoli for 30 million, potentially 40. So I'm not too bothered about it. We've got some decent replacements. Paul Larola. I was trying to get rid of a lot of the older folk, and unfortunately, yes, he's only 31. He's probably still a decent enough wingback. He has been at Fiorentina for quite some time. Not sure how we managed to buy him. I don't know what this is. He seems like a Sassuolo player to me, and he's just been on loan for 50 seasons or whatnot. Anyway, yeah, he's a bit of a club legend. 280 games almost, 279, 2 goals for us. But he's off. It's a new era here in Florence. I really hope Fiorentina are in Florence. Pretty sure they are. Another player that's been here for quite some time is Igor, whatever you want to call him. He's off to Vitesse. 20 mil. Easy. Musa Nakate, 32-year-old. He was one of our centre-backs. He played 153 games for us here. Sold him to Burnley for 16 million, potentially 19.5, so not too bad. Jacob Jankto, he's gone to Reading for 10 million. He's only been here for 2 seasons, play 4.6 mil, so got a decent bit of profit on the guy. Again, 32 years old, never really going to play. So, well, we'll see how that goes. Luca Waldschmidt, a striker, only came in last season apparently. 22.5 million, and we've sold him for 8.5, potentially 11.5. I actually had no idea that he only came in last season. If I knew that, he probably would have stayed, because we've just made a huge loss on the guy. Yeah, awkward. Only played 5 games and 1 goal. Maybe he was injured, I don't know. But he's gone now, and there's nothing we can do about that. Maximilian Wilbur, 23.5 million a couple of seasons ago. We sold him for 8. So again, another loss, but he is a 30-year-old. We're trying to get the age down. This was a very old team. Michal Zlatinic, I don't know. Zlatunik. He's off to Malaga anyway, 6.25, potentially to be 8.25. Came in for the same 6.5, sold him for 6.5. With the add-ons, we'll make our money back and some. We have made our money back, but we could make some more with add-ons. But yeah, he was actually probably one of the more decent players that we actually had for youngsters, but he's gone now. Salvador Rocco, another player that we got rid of, 5.5 million. Came through the Fiorentina youth academy. Way back then, had a few loan spells. Vienzia, Piemonte Calcio, or Benevento. Excuse me, what was going on? Yeah, never really did too much for Fiorentina. Only played 7 games for us in the amount of time that he was here. So yeah, 5.5 million for him. Sebastian La Puerto, again, he only came in a couple last season. He was on loan the season before. Yeah, we've just paid a big loss on him. 5.25 up front, with the potential to be 6.75. Yeah, he came in from Sassuolo. Again, 30, over 30. Everyone that was 30 or over was on the transfer list, which is a really harsh way to do it, but we needed to get rid of some players, and we have done that. So, Falou Sene, 3.9 million. He's off to Turkan. And yeah, decent enough winger / potentially a striker. See how he goes. Marcus Moser, off to Circular Bruges. Last season, brought him in for 5, sold him for 3.8, so another loss there, but what can you do? Croatian fella here last season again. Apparently we bought him in for 2.3. We've sold him back to a Croatian side for 2. Not a huge loss there, but yeah, probably could have kept him. That's the guy, yeah. Okay, we just did him. It's Eric Pulga. Bit of a legend with Fiorentina, being here the entire save, and we've sold him back to Argentina for 1.7 mil, 2.3 with potential add-ons. I believe this is the guy that did come to me and say that he wanted to go home anyway. So 34 years old, happy to oblige. Rodrigo De Paul came in for 54 million not too long ago, and we've sold him for 1.7 mil to the Turkish Super League. He's gone to Antalyaspor, I can't say that for the life of me. 34 years old, Argentinian. He's probably decent enough, but 95 games, 10 goals. We've got better options now, I do believe. Nicolo Perozzi, an Italian, he's gone on to Fiorentina. He's left Fiorentina, he's gone to Minnesota in the USA on a free. His contract must have expired, and then we've got a few players just going out on loan. So Andrea Gobbi, what a name, 22 years old, probably doesn't have too much of a future here at this stage, just because he's getting reasonably old for a football player, I guess. He probably should be in and around the first team if he wants to have a decent enough start, but he's on loan to Picara, whatever it's called, I forgot the name now. Mamadou Sambo, he's also out on loan from Bizu Bisay-Guinean. I don't know how to say that. Probably doesn't have a future here either. Anthony Wright was a young Irish defender that we've actually got in on a free. So we did bring him in this season as well, off 4.2 million compensation from Fulham. He went on loan to the MLS a few years ago, played decently enough there. Went on loan to Fulham for 2 seasons in the Prem. Won the Prem and then in the Championship after they were relegated. So yeah, he's off loan. He's going to get a bit of game time at Cromense, who are actually in Serie A as well, probably getting relegated. And then last loan signing, or guy that goes out on loan, is Christian Bosco. So yeah, that is that. And now we'll start with some signings. So got a fair few to get to here, folks. So Thiago Apollo, or Paulio, whatever you want to call him, he is coming in from FC Porto on loan for this season. Decent enough right back, I think. He looks like a really good player. He's got a few decent teamwork, work rate. His pace isn't too bad. His strength, his stamina. Looks like a really, really decent enough Portuguese right back. So happy with his signing. Also got Jordi Makobi in from PSG as a backup centre-back for us. 6 foot. He's decent enough. He's got good tackling, which is what you want from your centre-backs. Other than that, pretty well-rounded. Hasn't done too much. He's only played for PSG in his time. He's only 20 years old as well anyway, so yeah. Roberto Sabato, another Italian that we needed. He's come in from Inter. He spent last 2 seasons on loan at Borussia Mönchengladbach, only really playing for their second team. But he's coming now and he's going to play back up. He can play striker. He can play centre back and he can also play as a right back as well. So that's positive. Got another player from Inter here as well. He can play a bit more. He is mainly going to play as a centre back, Luigi Fiali, and he can play as DM. He can play as central midfielder, and he can sort of play out on the wing as well. So very well-rounded player here. Love the fact that his name is Luigi. And we're just going to set a nickname for him, and we're not going to use his last name. He is just going to be Luigi. So look out for him. We've then got a free transfer of Gerardo Sanchez. Not sure this must be one of the ones that was organised before I came here, but he's come in from Spain. I don't expect him to do that much. He does actually have decent potential. So we will see what happens. But yeah, he could play inverted winger on the right. He could somewhat play in the left, play through the centre. He can also play as an advanced forward. So he's only 20 years old. But yeah. And then, yeah, this guy is Ju Sunwoo. He is Belgian. Yep. And he's come in on a free from Anderlecht after spending the last few seasons out on loan. He's played here before with Empoli. Only played 9 games, but spent the last few seasons out in League 2 for Le Havre and then for Nîmes Olympique in France. So, yeah, we got him on a free transfer. Again, wasn't one that I organised, was already organised before I was here. His potential ability is still a star, better than what his current ability is, but he is only 23, so he could probably get a little bit better. But yeah, he's here. Another free transfer is Marco Palata, or Patella, sorry. He's come in. This one I'm pretty sure I did organise because I did see him as one of my scouts found him and I was like, oh yeah, he's been released from Juve. Must be decent enough. And yeah, he's got pretty good potential, so I'm pretty happy with the signing there for a free transfer. He's only 19, still got plenty of time to get better. Anthony Wright was the player that we did send out on loan, and he's the Irish centre-back that we were having a look at before. That we got in Ivan Bosninjak. Don't really know how to say it. He's come in from Roma, 4.3 million, so not a big signing. They only bought him a couple of seasons ago for 3.2, so they have made a bit of money on him. Last season was on loan. Did 5 assists in Serie B. Last season only played 1 game and got 1 goal for Roma, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, he should be pretty decent. He's still only 22 years old, and he's got pretty decent enough potential ability, so we'll see how he goes. We got Louise Rojas coming in as a midfielder. Played 100 and something games for FC Nuremberg in Germany, and they sold him for 4.6 million. So they're making a huge loss. He has played in Italy before for FC Crotone. So yeah, happy to have him back. He's valued at 28 million. He's on 130k. He's a decent enough player. Don't ignore the stats going down. He is 26. So his stats should go up and he should be pretty much at his peak. And then we've got Luca Camille, who is another Italian, because we needed to get some more. He's come in for 5.75 million. Last season was bought to Empoli from Benevento in 6 mil plus a player exchange. Played 38 games, got 5 goals, 2 assists. But Empoli did get relegated, so he had a relegation release clause of 5.75 mil. So very happy to have activated that, and we'll look forward to seeing this guy play. We got Diego Apollo. I don't actually know how to say it. I might just have to call him Diego, whatever. 9.25 mil, not too bad. Perennially loaned out, but he has come in from Benfica. Spent a couple of seasons, all around the show. Last season he was in Germany, the season before that in Portugal, then before that Spain, and then Portugal for a bit. But he is consistently decent enough player, so hopefully he can settle down here. He can play wing back, he can play left back, whatever we want him to, really. Brian, I'm pretty sure that's going to how you say Brian. Monroy. He is a really, really, really good defensive midfielder. Brought him in for 12 million from Argentinos Juniors. Anyway, unfortunate thing is we have already, by the time when I signed him, we'd already signed 2 players that were non-EUs, so he can't actually play this season, or if he does want to start this season, I do have to sell a non-EU player in January, I believe. So he won't be playing for the first half of the year. He will be playing for the under 23s, under 20s, under 18s. He can play for them, I guess. But yeah, it's a bit annoying. I did look at that. I did try to loan him out once I found out that I couldn't register him, and no one was interested. So that was a bit unfortunate. But he was a deadline day signing, and yeah, hopefully we'll get him into the team at some point. Anyway, another player that we've brought in is a Portuguese midfielder, Ronaldo Camara. He's come in from Benfica as well. 16 million, not too bad. He was on the transfer list. He has he's been around for quite a bit, mainly playing in Portugal. He did spend 1 season in France with Lille, only playing 12 games, but he did get 3 assists. He should be a decent enough player. His stats are pretty well rounded, most of them yellow. And then he's got a few greens, mainly just to balance and agility. But his mental stats, they're all yellow. Should love to see it. I've actually gone against me here, where I was trying to sell off players that were all 30 and old and whatever, and I've actually bought in a 31-year-old Croatian centre-back. Kalakar. Been at Marseille for quite some time, and we've only got him in for 16.75 mil. So I'm pretty happy with that. He is, looks like he should be a pretty decent enough centre-back. He's decently well-rounded. His stats are probably going down, but he's 6'4", very experienced. Mohamed Tabanui, we got him in, only 16.75 mil. Very, very happy with that after being sold to Borussia Mönchengladbach for 67 million a few seasons ago. Didn't really turn it on for them in the Bundesliga. Went out on loan to Sevilla a couple of seasons. He hasn't really done too much. If you do remember Tabanui, we did have him in my Football Manager save last season. Last Football Manager 2020. We did have him for Valencia, and he was actually really good. So hopefully more of the same from him. Familiar face, Justin Biglow. He was on the transfer list at Southampton. I don't know why they wanted to get rid of him, but we got him for 27.5 million. So I will take that. He is a fantastic keeper. He is pretty much the reason why we won the league, because of his fantastic shots, stopping the shots, I should say. So yeah, very happy with that. And yeah, we reunite with old mate Justin. And we got in Fabio Silva. Hopefully he is going to be a beast, because he's supposed to be a beast on Football Manager. So 30 mil, that's it. Wolves didn't want him. They sent him out on loan. He did really well in League, 11 goals in 25 games. It's fantastic. He's come back. He's been stopped starting. He's always scored. Probably his best game was a couple of seasons ago. 24 games, 10 goals, 1 assist in the Premier League. I don't know why they sold him, to be honest. 7 games, 2 assists last season. But yeah, we've taken him, 30 million. Hopefully he can score, and he's pretty damn good by the looks of him. And hopefully he can get more than 1 cap for Portugal. And then our last player is Juxel Turkan, a 19-year-old Turkish goalkeeper. Someone that will take the reins from Justin Biglow from time to time. He did come in for 30 million. He is probably one of the most expensive signings. He is one of the most expensive signing, if not the most expensive signing that we made this season, being only 19 years of age. He is a wonder kid from media description. His personality is a mercenary. So you love to see that. And yeah, he looks like he should be an absolute beast in the future. So I'm very happy. That is it. That is all of the signings. I think, actually, there was one more. There was a couple more players that left. Mirko Costanzo, he wanted to leave. As I came in, there was about 3 players that told me, they're like, nah, we want to bugger off. We don't want to stay here. And then I was like, you don't want to see what I can do as manager? Like, nah, we want to leave. And I was like, all right. So yeah, unfortunately, yeah, he was a Fiorentina youth player. He's come through all of the things, and then he wanted to leave. So we sold him to Celtic, 35 mil. And best of luck to him. Even though he is a really, 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 really good goalkeeper. Pretty gutted to lose him. And then we sold another goalkeeper, Hendrik von Krombruge. He's gone back to France. Not that he ever went to France in the first place, but yeah, he's gone to Domino's League 2, FC Shamboli. And yeah, that is it. That is all of our signings. So, if you want to have a look, we've played a few friendly games. We lost to Atletico Madrid. We beat Fulham 4-1. We beat Hellas Verona in a friendly at 2-0. We beat Cesana. Yeah, Cesana 3-1. Anyway, River Plate and Boca Juniors were both 2-0 victories. We have continued the unfortunate, annoying, stupid cup allergy, whatever it is. I have no idea. I just cannot get victory in a cup competition. It's followed us now to Italy. I was about to say Spain, but I was thinking of Spell. They've followed us. We've lost again on penalties. We haven't even qualified for the normal Coppa Italia, and we've actually lost in the 3rd qualifying round. It's extremely embarrassing. Spell are in the next season, the next division. They're down, and they finished 7th last season, for goodness sake. They've knocked us out in the 3rd qualifying round. So haven't even reached the 1st. And this is this team that won it a couple of seasons ago as well, and now they're not even qualifying. Oh, it's extremely annoying. And then we lost another friendly to Real Madrid, before following that up with a 1-0 victory over Hellas Verona in the league, which is fine. And then we've got the game, Atalanta and Cagliari, kick things off. Last season, if you did want to see while we're going into all of this stuff, Fiorentina. How do I check past winners? Fiorentina finished 12th, unfortunately. Yeah. So not great. If we have a look, we can have a look at their managers. Pandarelli got sacked after 170 days. Then they brought in the caretaker manager. Then they brought in Philip Koku, who I've replaced, and he was here for 7 years and 45 days. All he did was he did win one cup game, which was the Coppa Italia back in I don't remember when that was, 2 seasons ago, whatever it was. And now I've been brought in. So yeah, and if we actually have a look at their honours. They have won 2 Serie A titles before. They've won 7 Coppa Italias, 3 Serie B, won a few. Super Coppa, European Cup, Winners' Cup. That doesn't exist anymore. But yes, that is the team. And then if you want to have a look at our tactic, I'm copying basically what we used at Southampton that was so successful. So here is the team. Obviously, we get a lot more subs on. We get a bigger bench here in Italy, which is a bit strange to me, considering you still get the same amount of subs. So we played Juxel in goal, or Turkan, but we will be playing Biglow most of the time. Qui was in, or Diego was at left back. We've got Araujo. He was already here. Ronald Araujo. Happy with him. We got Makube. He played as their other one, the guy from PSG. Then we had Sabato. He's one of our... No, he's not. He is not. Wrong guy. He's on loan. We have Jusan Wu. We have Blanco. He is our captain. He's our best player. Antonio Blanco from... did he come in from Real Madrid? Real Sociedad. No, he did come in from Real Madrid. He was on loan at Sociedad. My bad. Yeah, only 4.7 mil a few seasons ago, and now he's worth 60. We did turn down a huge bid from him, but yeah, he's our captain. He's a fantastic player. We've got this fella, Matteo Zarak, Zakagny. He is transfer listed, but I'm actually going to take him off because it's not transfer window anymore. Doesn't want to leave anyway. Refuses to leave. Even if he is a bit of a legend, actually, we probably should not count that out. He did come in for 32.5 million, and he has played almost 250 games for the club. So I will give him the benefit of the doubt, even if he is 33 years old. Not that that's anything to go off. Yeah, we got Tabner, we got Vesic, Fabio Silva. You can see from the bench. You get to know the boys as we go on. If we have, if we go here, use Dr. Benji's. Might be a little easier for everyone to see. Yeah, there we go. There's our team. A couple of goalkeepers. Come in. Actually, we'll have to go back because we need to get the people that are not here. Yeah, this is all of the team. It's a pretty big team. There's not a huge amount of people out on loan or anything. Yeah, you'll get to know the boys as we play. We've got 4 players out on loan. You probably see a bit more from this fella, Lorenzetti. He's got fantastic ability, 6'5". He's only 19 years old. Great jumping, great bravery, great decisions, determination. His teamwork's pretty good as well, and he'll be playing mainly as a centre back. I don't think why I would play him as either left or right back, but can step in if we need to. Still got a decent amount of money in the bank. I had 26 million, and original budget was 149. Mainly from player sales. We only had about 50 without the player sales or something around that. Can't quite remember now. It's been some time. Play entertaining football. Sign players under the age of 23 for the first team, which I think we've done that. Work within the wage budget. We've done that. And our goals for the season is to reach the top half of the Serie A and get to the quarterfinals of the Coppa Italia, which we've failed. We've got to grow the club's rest of the reputation, and we've got to be recognised as the best of the rest, which is not really what I'm aiming to do. I'm actually aiming to be better than the rest. I want to make this team good. Basically what I want to do is basically what we did with Southampton. So yeah, the board are pretty pleased with Thiago Apollo on loan. That's the best one. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know what else to show you, fellas. How long have we been recording? It seems like it's probably been quite some time. 30 minutes almost, yes. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. This is the first one. Yeah, welcome to Fiorentina. Let's see how it goes. The next episode we'll get into some games. They were the games against Atalanta and Cagliari. So yeah, fantastic. Hopefully it's a fruitful, successful time here in Italy. And then we can move on after we win something here. Minimum 5 seasons, remember? 5 seasons. I thought it's probably the easiest way to do it would be resign after. Obviously, we can't do anything better with Southampton. If you wanted to see, actually, let's have a look. Where did Southampton finish last season? After I left, okay, they managed to finish 5th after winning the Premier League. They finished 5th, which isn't too bad. So 2nd, 1st, 5th. Last 3 seasons, pretty decent. And then Mike Terry is actually their starting goalkeeper now, which is quite cool. Yeah, oh lovely. You only keep 9 clean sheets, which is not as good as Justin. But fair enough, I'll scout him. Why not? See how they go. Who's this fella? I'll take a look at him. He's promising. Annoyingly, if we just have a look at their transfer history, they bring in anyone big? Sergio Pereira. Oh yeah, decent enough. Can't see. I did see they did bring in Peter Weir, which is great. I wanted him. They brought him in for 100 mil. Damn. Annoyingly, if we go to outs, where is he? They sold Michael Obafemi to Villarreal. They sold Malang Sarr to Arsenal. They sold Yandro Orellana to Villarreal. Eric Onana to Werner Bremen. Andre Sheehan. Okay, very interesting. Jeez. What an Oscar Elias. This is all after I'd left. They brought in Todd Cantwell this season. Fair enough. Where was it? Must be at the end of... I swear they've sold... They sold him. He's playing for Manchester City. I'm sure of it. Maybe I'm wrong. Holiday... Where is he? I'm sure they've sold him to Manchester City. Can't remember his name. Ferran. I'm pretty sure they sold Ferran to Manchester City. Where is he? Yeah. Juan Sebastian Ferran. 135 mil. They sold him to Manchester City after we won the league. It's bullshit. I was very disappointed, although he has actually been better at Manchester City. But yeah. No need to worry about Southampton anymore. We are not in a charge. We've got 5 seasons, so that'll take us to, well, we got, say, 2028, 2029, 1 season, 30, 32, 33, 34. Wait, no, that can't be right. 8, 9, 3, 1, 2. 30, 32. That would only be 4, wouldn't it? Either way, I can't do maths. So, whatever. Let's leave the episode before I keep rambling and no one wants to watch. So, yes, thanks a ton for watching, folks. We look forward to getting into it. Hopefully a successful and fruitful spell here in Italy and with Fiorentina. We can get them big up in the game, and then we can continue doing that with other clubs as well. So, again, we'll catch you in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Peace.